Kalista Lucian when no one else was.
Very, very good at the champion. Not exactly the flavor of champion that you were looking for as far as hyper carry, but will be able to dominate a laning phase very, very well, especially against the Xayah Yuumi in the early stage of the game. Xayah takes 3 items to really get online, as we know. And Chovy taking away Faker's Neeko. Faker, sort of the player that does still play Neeko. Here in the LCK, Chovy jumping on that bandwagon most definitely. And it might have been something that T1 were looking to try and pair with one another if they wanted to just double down on all of that magic damage.
Ooh, that's a pivot. Teddy might be piloting the Cassiopeia.
Yeah, and this is what we were
moved
sort of
that
half weirdly expecting.
Did they just move it after 20 seconds?
Remember, it's done as a response to what the players do, right? So we're a little bit laggy.
Stick on the side of DRAGONX. They pivot him into mid lane against the Neeko. So we'll see what DRAGONX can manage to do with it. Obviously, Neeko going to be going Glacial. We'll have Twin Shadows. We'll have GLP 800. That can add some sticking power, but in a straight-up teamfight, the raw DPS from Lucian and Cassiopeia is just so high, and Xayah can't really get close-quarter combat with any of these champions. Is in a really rough position, and he's dead.
Yep, there's the flash facebreaker, and I believe if Kyoshik lands one undertow, it's going to be lights out, and now Kanna's just trying not to give away any assists. As the flash comes in, Kyoshik not going to be able to find it, and Kanna ran them around the Rosie, and will be able to get out just fine. Okay. That was unexpected.
Alice.
Yeah.
He didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well.
That has to be one of the most tilting things in the world.
That's bad
I don't know why I find it so funny. But now Kanna is the one that's actually winning top.
Moving on down. This is dangerous for Kyoshik.
This is really scary. It's happening at a very bizarre timing where they do have all of their members, but T1 is here as well. Chovy has to flash away. This can get really scary.
Well, Yonhon comes down. We're looking for it. Good knock-up onto Death, taken down very low. There's the Pop Blossom Chovy, just in the middle of nowhere, unable to do anything as the culling rains down onto the Xayah. There is nothing DRX can do in this fight. 1 kill down as Faker is taken out. Carrier probably going to fall too, though, and that's a double kill for Teddy. He is on form here today. 3-1 is going to be the kill score.
It's going to be 3-1. And teams are basically going to win against everyone that isn't the top 3.
Yeah.
Like, they're only capable of really beating each other is what the perception is right now as it stands. So this is a very big victory for T1 if they do manage to get it.
Well, there's the Pop Blossom. Should be kind of falling down with stunned, so couldn't actually push the Ornn back. Sorry, the Goat back. And Ornn is going to fall. But you can see Ellen just taking the Ocean Drake. Next is going to be Cloud. So if it was Infernal, then maybe there is a world where DRX just gets 4 Infernal Drakes and is able to turn this game. But now, with the Drakes being largely favoring T1 as far as the Soul is concerned, it's really bad news for DRX. Doran scaling up is good. T1 will be able to get more plates here towards the bottom side and try and answer this. And the gold is slightly in favor of DRX as the dust settles.
It is definitely peculiar. Also,
Doran.
Current state of this game. Okay.
Oh, there's the flash ultimate to come forward as Epic goes golden immediately, but Haymaker just puts him in the ground instantly. 3-3 now the kill score as things even up. And DRX, they're not out of it just yet. Looks like they're finding their stride here as we move towards the mid-game.
Kanna going to be able to get at least 2 turret plates. Now, the thing is that that blasting cone is available, so Kanna's just going to strut himself down.
Okay, wants to find himself the fight. Facebreaker comes down, and the Blade of the Ruin King plus Conqueror is a lot of healing. As Kyoshik, he's moving on up as well. Remember, there's no turret here. Kanna is almost definitely dead. As the Zoomies move in, Kyoshik is going to be so sticky on this Olaf. And they want to give Doran another... No, they're giving it over to Kyoshik. Yeah, throws the axe in the end, gets the kill.
Why would you give it to Olaf?
I don't know. I guess they want to try and get behind the Olaf with the
Play devil's advocate for me. Why give it to the Olaf?
Because Olaf is empowered with the composition that DRX have. It's going to be it's going to feel really bad for DRX because I feel like they have to deny Cloud Drakes even though they don't necessarily want to stack them. It will be something that's good. I mean, having Ragnarok up over and over again, Pop Blossom's really good, and of course Featherstorm is another one, but it's not going to give the same value as it gives T1 in each team fight if you're talking about the Cloud Soul, which T1 are 2 Drakes closer to.
Well, as it does currently stand, T1 moving back into mid lane. Cassiopeia is not really at her superpower breakpoint yet, where she just starts becoming a menace. And obviously she goes all the way to 6 items.
Yeah.
I mean, Atlas, I want to ask you something. If you think, looking at DRX's team composition, what boots do you think Teddy should get this game?
I would say none. Because if you don't have Fate, I just don't see a reason for the old boots. You know?
You passed.
Thanks,
You
man.
definitely did. Not sure if Valdez would have passed that one.
Well, I mean, okay. Kyotic gonna try and start a fight here as the final chapter does come in. Teddy gonna go down relatively low, but look at how durable he is. My God, there's the ultimate into the backline. Death grabs one of the kills, and he's pretty untouched. In the backline, Chovy grabs one off to the side as well. But you can see Teddy still at full health. Faker at full health, and Canna a brick wall in the front line. It's 2 for 2 in the end, but T1, they still want more. Deft doesn't have ult available anymore, but the Zoomies are going to be there. Carrier tanking up exactly the damage that he needed to. As Chovy moves on back in, Teddy taking some damage. Pop Blossom. Sorry, not Pop Blossom. The Blooming Burst coming down there, but DRX have deterred T1 from moving back towards the Drake Pit.
And all the healing given out by Yuumi
And teleport
has
back from
actually
Doran.
managed to make it so that T1 is going to lose this Cloud Dragon, which is really sad. They could have just turned immediately around and got the dragon after winning the initial victory.
Oh, looks like they
Well,
might be
actually,
able
no.
to. Yeah.
Okay. It's going to go the way of T1.
Not enough damage as Deft stayed in the mid lane.
Yeah, Deft stayed in the mid lane for reasons unknown, as he was just trying to push that in. Now, Deft might be a little bit frustrated. He's still looking like they just want to shove it down. Now, if they take a lot of damage from the Cloud Dragon, things could be bad. Chovy is just actually joining his team.
Yeah, he's trying to get into flanking position as the Ornhorn comes back and knocks Deft up into the air as the Cloud Soul is going to be denied by DRX. And now the Facebreaker onto 3 members. Gigantic damage with the Haymaker as well. Doran owning this fight at the beginning. Deft takes down Teddy. A huge pickup there and keeps himself alive, trying to kite Elim where he can. Chovy just keeping everyone at bay, but Deft falls down. And this might be the end of DRX. Effort in trouble. Faker also trying to run away. Pioshik somehow still alive in amongst 3 people, but eventually will fall down. Chovy at full health has a little cat in the book with him.
Not expecting. Ended up working out. T1 now trying to burst out. Never mind.
Yeah, the Baron's just dead.
Yeah, Baron's just dead. Thank you, Alice.
Would have been good to understand how that situation arrived, but I think it was T1 just making another decisive choice here on the map. And they do this. They're the ones that test the waters. And that time, instead of Baker will take down this outer turret topside, but there might be a hope for DRX.
The thing is that DRX had the dream draft spot and game state in the last game and still got out. Has his 3rd item completed. On to Nico here in mid lane. Not really getting super insane value is DRX on the Cassiopeia.
Not to mention positional advantage as well.
Yeah.
As Faker underneath his outer turret, which is still alive. And now Teddy's just started off this Cloud Drake. DRX, no idea that that's even happening. They do actually know, they know. They just can't find a way in as now Cloud Soul is thrown out. Kyoshik already down to so little health before he's even done anything as there's the ult into the backline, but Doran immediately just evaporates Deft, doing a fair bit of damage, but now everyone dives on top of him. There's the Feather Storm. He's able to keep himself alive for the moment as Chovy now getting chased down by Faker, and it's Deft and Carrier versus the world. Blade Caller comes in, but it's T1 able to follow them to the ends of the earth. Chovy still getting hunted by a very angry Faker. And despite the fact that, you know, their carries are still alive theoretically, DRX don't have anything to do right now.
Nope. As they are charging towards the middle inhibitor. Now, Doron and Kyoshik will both come up, and the HP on the T1 members are very low. Just gonna raise the middle inhibitor turret. Faker crashed in the bot wave. They're gonna reset one more time, get more item completions, and probably some elixirs as well, I would imagine. Faker gonna pick up two that you can upgrade as Ornn. Knight's Vow on the Trundle, I love it as an item. Just makes it so much harder for the carries to end up going down, and here we go.
Yep, that's the Revenant's Death Cap completed as the Stone Plate can be activated by Doran. Haymaker is in, but he just dies on the Miasma. Final chapter is out, but that's just a very dead top laner and not a lot for DRX to show for it.
Gonna move over to the Baron immediately. There's no way for DRX to contest this.
They're not even going to try. Deft is bottom lane.
What?
Deft is bottom lane, so there's no contesting it.
Okay. And then a 5-man Elder Dragon execution with a bot wave in good proximity to just run up bot lane and end.
All right. Well, we'll see whether that can happen. Don't know. I mean, I think if that happens, right, you're correct. The likelihood is probably very low, as there's the dredge line. It's going to land, but it's onto the Olaf, not necessarily the priority target. Or is it? As Faker almost melts him, as Doran in the backline does absolutely nothing. He can't really affect this game anymore, as Chovy trying to offer the CC, trying to offer the damage, but he just can't. DRX, there's just nothing left in the tank of this composition. As the final chapter is exactly that for DRX in this series. It will be the 2-0 for T1, and just like round one, they'll be able to topple DRAGONX and do so in style.
And a very convincing